Hello everyone, CMeeCraft here, and welcome to the stream. We're today playing, we're getting a bit off schedule, but we're playing the 100 Line Last Defense Academy on a Wednesday this week instead of a Monday, because we missed the Monday stream. Partially by design. I probably should have put a post up saying that, but I had some other main channel stuff that had to be done this week, so I wanted to make sure, like, for certain, that was taken care of before we did any streams. But it has been, so we are here, playing the 100 Line. And it has been a while. It's been, what, 2 weeks now? Since we last played? We played the, what even did we do last time? I think we dated Tsubasa, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're in the romance route, and, settled on Tsubasa, ultimately. But, that's enough romance for me, for now. Because the way we got onto that route in the first place was in a different timeline that... And I liked the romance route. It was definitely better than the comedy route, for certain. But it did just derail us from the timeline we were actually going for, so... I'm looking forward to getting back on track there. Alright, all is well. Double check. And yeah, let's get to it. Continue. Day 9. Not this early, jeez. Kind of forgot how early we were.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 9th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Right, okay. Forgot about this. Alright, so what has happened? What are we doing here? What has transpired? We are currently right here, day 9. The decision coming up is whether or not we're going to kiss Hiroko. Turns out kissing her resulted in the romance timeline, which probably should have seen that one coming in retrospect. Granted, not a romance timeline with Hiroko. Very strange. But what has led us here? We have Spirit Eater. And then we decided to be secretive about our time travel. Which has led to us happening upon Hiroko and her time travel. How that works. We decide to work together towards a common goal. With her kind of taking the lead. But I think the deal was she should reveal all, tell all, tonight. As long as we don't accidentally die. But, yeah, let's get to it. Takumi, come quick, it's Ito. A little after breakfast, Shuma came charging into my room in a panic. Ito, what did he do now? He's not in his cage, he's gone, he's escaped. What? I was on my feet before I knew it, so I followed Shuma and we both rushed outside together. Where's everyone else? You're the first one I've told. Sakamaru knows too, though. He and I were doing our morning training in the courtyard. That's when we noticed the cage was empty. Alright, you go tell the others about this. I'll look for Ito. Okay. Shuma nodded and hurried away. I forget where we found him previously. Ito escaped, but how? No time to stop and think about it. I have to find him before he causes any trouble. Alright, Ito. Where art thou? Seriously, where was he last time? He was not in the war room, I don't think. No. It's only like 2 weeks ago. I should remember this. Is he in the infirmary? Okay, yeah. I do remember a little bit. Finally, I stepped into a room, and there he was. I'd found Ito, but that didn't mean I could relax.
Don't make me ask again, bastard. Just what the hell are you doing in here?
You've asked me that plenty of times already, and I keep telling you I got curious about something. I wanted to learn more about how the revival-matic works, so I just...
That's not what I mean! How did you get out of your cage? Tell me that!
Hey, calm down, Takemaru.
How am I supposed to be calm at a time like this? Ain't you the one who said it'd all be over if this guy got out?
Fair.
I did, but...
Now fess up! How did you escape?
Takemaru shook Ito violently, but he didn't look the least bit concerned.
I had some help from a friend. Let's just call them K. They unlocked my cage for me.
What? Well, who was it? Who's K?
No, I'm afraid I can't tell you. I could never betray a friend's confidence like that.
Then I'll just have to force it out of you!
Takemaru, no!
Takemaru already had his fist raised high. I tried to grab his arm and pull him away from Ito. It didn't exactly work out. A jolt of pain shot up my spine. I had been knocked back so hard and so fast my guts were still doing somersaults even after I came to a stop. For a moment I had no idea what was happening. The next thing I knew, I was on the floor. Takemaru must have sent me flying. And I crashed against whatever was directly behind me, which just so happened to be the revival-matic. Sorry. Oh, it's a little weird. Sorry, man. Guess I overdid it a little. Are you alright, Takumi? Yeah, I think so. Fighting through the pain, I got to my feet, then I turned around to look at the machine. It's not a really great sound. Huh? Oh. It's broken? An ominous plume of black smoke was rising from the wreckage of the revival-matic. I had a feeling these things are about to get a whole lot worse. This is bad, right? That's one way of putting it. It wasn't long before everyone else heard the noise and came running. What just what the heck did you guys do in here? The revival-matic, it's... Oh dear. Ito, you did this, didn't you? Ito just sighed and shook his head in exasperation. Perhaps you'd care to explain what happened, Takumi? I reluctantly gave everyone a quick summary of the events that led to our current predicament. So basically Takemaru did it. It wasn't on purpose. Takumi grabbed my arm and I just lost control. Whoever is it to blame, this is a catastrophe nonetheless. Yeah, if we can't use the revival-matic anymore, any of us could die in battle. Then we stay dead. There's no coming back anymore. The whole group seemed to freeze up for a moment. A lot of them started to glare accusingly at Takemaru. Come on, everyone, it's not all bad. Maybe we can repurpose the wreckage and use it to grill fish? I'd better inspect the damage and see if I can repair it. Before you start, it's back to the cage for you, Atsuki. I don't remember saying you could wander around as you please. You guys take him back to the courtyard. Niga and I will get things started here. Right, he was so non-disruptive. Ito in the romance route, he basically didn't exist as a character. I kind of forgot how annoying he was. Okay, now that we found Ito, it's time for his execution. Oh, allow me. Hold on, nobody said anything about killing him. We're just locking him up, right? Let's just get on with it. Everyone, wait a minute. Shuma broke off from the group and ran over to Ito's cage. After inspecting the door, he turned back to us. This cage, it's still locked. Huh? A moment later. Okay, so Haruko knows something about this. Does she know about the invader that lives in the school? Maybe. And that seems to me like the most likely explanation for who helped Eito out. Haruko groaned and hunched over, her face twisted in pain. What's wrong? Just as suddenly she raised her head again and screamed out a warning.
No.
Not that cage. We have to put him somewhere else. Huh? Why? I can't explain it. Just trust me. This is all so sudden. Yeah, you gotta at least give us a reason. Everyone looked confused and a little uncomfortable. But that atmosphere soon dissipated when there was another scream, this time from Kako. I see it all now. What? Seriously, the hell is going on? That was the sound of Kako's detective senses going off. I assume you've made another brilliant deduction, Sister Dearest?
Oh.
Eito, you said that Kay opened your cage for you, right? That's right. So then why is the door still locked? Well, did Kay lock it again? No, that wouldn't make sense. The cage would have been empty. There'd be no point in locking it.
Oh.
There's only one key to this cage anyway, and that key is... I've got it. Sarah gave it to me when we left the infirmary. So how did Kay open the cage in the first place? If Sarah had the key up until now, there's no way anyone else could have opened it. In other words, there never was any Kay. Eito escaped from the cage all on his own. Everyone gasped and looked at Eito. In response, he just smiled. I see. That's an impressive theory, but even assuming it's true. How exactly did I get out all on my own? Oh, well. You must have. I don't have a clue. What a pity. Shall I tell you the answer then?
Oh.
Your first guess was actually the right one. After I left the cage, Kay locked it up again. I'm going to yes. That does sound pretty illogical. Perhaps let's consider the alternative. What's so logical about the idea of me breaking out on my own without even damaging the cage? Okay, then tell us who Kay is. I've already told you I can't. How do you torture it out of him? Sounds fun. There's no point in doing that. If my dear sister Sarah is correct, there is no Kay, so obviously he can't tell us who they are. Oh, right. Party pooper. Either way, we should assume Kako is right. In that case, we'll have to find somewhere else to lock Eito up. If he can just break out of these cages on his own, anything could happen. Where are we gonna put him then? Oh, I have an idea. How about in here? There's a lock on the door and no windows, so you won't be able to escape. And it's a room we never use ourselves. It suits me fine. It's bigger than my last place, and there's even a bed. I just hope the rent isn't too steep. Yeah, laugh it up. And so we decided to hold Eito in the room with no name. Sounds like that could be the name of like a book, like a literary book. The room with no name. It's got these weird capsule-like machines. I guess we'll call it the capsule room for now. Leaving our prisoner inside, the rest of us stepped out of the capsule room. I'd got the key from Sire. When we told him our plan, I made sure the door was locked up tight. Once I was satisfied there was no way Eito could get it open, we all left. There's no point hanging around there anymore. Again, I feel like a patrol would make some sense, but I had a lot on my mind. Eito, the broken revivomatic, this mysterious K person, and whether or not they really existed. And Day 100 was still a long way off. I'd have to strengthen my bonds with the others if we were going to become a real team before then. Haruko said she'd tell me everything today. Tonight, actually. That means I still have some time to kill. Maybe I'll go hang out with someone for a while. Alright, let's go. We are going to have so many points to spend on weapon upgrades. It's like not even funny. It's insane. It's ludicrous. So ludicrous, I forgot that the training room isn't even on this floor. Second floor. I thought it was on the second floor because it is. That's why. Alright. Yeah, just a cool, just a chill 91,000. Okay, we're actually gonna be limited by resources, it seems. Oh, what do we want to get? What does Kako still have? Hellfire? We do use Hellfire on occasion. More aggression signal. Probably we need more resources for a lot of these. And more accelerate, sure. And honestly, you know, at this point, just give her everything. Second fully upgraded character. I should fully upgrade myself. What do I still have left? Airblade. I really use Airblade often enough. You probably should actually upgrade that to max if you can. Put him up. Extra movement on Takamaru is actually pretty useful given what his ability is. Haruko. We'll give you Unyielding Spirit. That could come in handy. Last, yeah, why the heck not? Honestly, you know what? We have so many points to spend. Let's just give everyone their everything. Because they're so cheap in terms of points. And they don't cost any resources, so... We have so many points to spend and we don't have the resources to get much in the way of proper upgrades. I guess we can get another stay with me. And another stay with me. Like, we're actually almost at the point where the points are kind of... Oh, we're in... yeah. Meaningless. I think we might not have a choice but to go on an expedition today. Because we need resources. We are very low on most of them. I guess defense mode? And a Mega Punch, why the heck not? Okay. Sure. Better Suzuki Nightmare. Ooh, you can max it out. Extra attack on that, nice. And learn Counter Strike. Last Yell. Are you actually gonna be fully upgraded? Third fully upgraded character, nice. Yoshiko. Ooh, max out Jumanji Slash. That's really good. Give me Shigure no Mai. I think we do that a little more frequently. It's just more of a niche for super strong single target attack than checkerboard weak attack. Okay. Oh, you got me. Right, you get this too. Why is this blue? Oh, is that... I don't know. Was that a new thing? Were we not able to get that previously? Possibly. Right, and Milko exists. Okay. Sheesh. Alright, we're down to 5,000 left, so... I know this is probably the biggest upgrade we have. The biggest single upgrade session we've had for our units ever. Let's go on an expedition. Because we are completely out of, like, every single material now. Which ones do I want to start with? Focusing on. Because obviously you get the best haul if you focus on, like, one or two at a time. Because then you can get your bonuses, you can specifically say, oh, we're going to the area that's rich in this. Okay, Nozomi, you're coming. Textiles and machines. Let's start with textiles. This is a good crew.
Shall we?
So what textiles mostly? Textiles exist in... It's not the forest, it's not the desert, it's not the cave, so it has to be the coast. We'll go to the west coast. With our California girls, we'll say. Okay. We'll go to the right. You find a cowboy-looking invader. We will strike it. Get a hat.
Look what I found.
Lovely. More textiles. Tiger sleeping soundly. We'll take it. Alright, I took 6 damage. Not great. We can grab a plant. You find a forest where bamboo and mushrooms grow in profusion. Which will you pick? Bamboo. Got a juicy bamboo shoots.
This looks useful.
Okay. This is good.
Quite a rare find.
The finest of fabrics. Guess we'll take a 3. You see large pieces of cloth. We'll look under it. Everyone takes 3 damage. Great. Got a large piece of cloth. It's a cape. Okay, that sucks.
I picked this one up.
You find an altar with an odd statue. Offerings have been placed before it. Let's leave an offering. No, not the finest fabric! You fools. You find some graffiti spread on the wall. It's not exactly high art, but you're drawn to it. We're gonna figure out that code. Got a large flag.
This looks useful.
We actually need to fight some enemies so we can heal. Oh, look at how they're lined up. Do you guys even want to live?
I'm all set.
Like, honestly? Hey, Nozomi.
I'll never surrender.
Wanna bolster our people?
I'll help. Thank you. I won't give in.
Could also rescue.
I've got your back. You saved my life. I'm ready.
Get some hellfire going on.
Taking the shot. I can't move. Time to move. Out of my way.
And she'll heal herself with
Alright.
that.
Let's get started. Die. Broken so soon.
Okay.
Here we go.
That's good.
All right. I've got
Airblade, I
this.
think, will do this. Not quite. No, we could get all of them.
Let's do this.
I don't think so. That's unfortunate.
Here. I've got this.
Oh, never mind. There is a way.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's see. I think we can only get one at a time with the Azure Blitz.
Say when.
So here's what you do. You take a step forward with your side slash, grab this guy, and then
Ready when you
Azure
are.
Blitz.
One last strike.
One could argue this is overkill. I call it efficiency.
Take care of the rest.
This looks useful.
Oh, circuit board. Doesn't really matter that much, does it? Why are we going towards the, like, haunted house? An invader in an awesome cape. We steal that cape, obviously.
This looks useful.
Guess that's moderately better. You catch sight of a figure in black cape. We'll chase after him. You chased after the black cape and caught it, however, it was nothing more than a fabric blowing in the wind. Okay, normal cloth.
I'll take this.
You're surrounded by a thick fog. You can barely see what's in front of you anymore. We'll hide and wait. Oh, you recovered 2 HP. Sometimes you just gotta take a break, man, don't you know? You found a large piece of red cloth while exploring old houses. What could this be? It's the Pirate King's flag, man. Nothing happened. Let's go exploring over here. Now we're in the desert. Why are we in the desert? Why do I think this is a good idea? I don't know. Seems suspect. Yeah, because none of we didn't bring any machine specialists. What are we doing here? You find a fishing rod near the water. Want to do some fishing? We'll fish off the coast. Kacker took damage because she fell off the boat. Yeah. Everyone looks exhausted. Does anyone suggest taking a break? We'll have a rest and some food. That went pretty well. We'll just keep moving. Okay, we took damage. Find some graffiti. We're gonna figure out that secret. Get a large flag.
I'll take this.
Found a suitcase on the ground. There's something inside. We're gonna force that open. Alright, I took 5 damage, but we did get an expensive suit.
Here, I found this.
Okay, and I mean, technically we could upgrade some of our inventory items, but it's good enough.
That's it for today.
Alright, so we're well stuck on textiles, at least. Before I knew it, the sun was sinking beneath the western horizon. The night of day 9. This is when Haruko promised to answer all my questions. I'd better go find her. I didn't have to look for very long. I happened to glance around the roof and spotted someone sitting on the other side of the fence. It was Haruko. What's she doing over there? I hopped over the fence and sat down next to her. Precarious place for a meeting.
Huh?
This was something I hadn't expected. Haruko looked different. It was her eyes. They were usually so sharp and cold, never betraying the slightest hint of weakness, but now they were filled with tears. Big, wet tears ran all the way down her face. I didn't understand why the sudden change. What was going on? This was so far removed from what I'd come to expect from her, my brain just couldn't process it. I felt like I should say something. What do I say? What can I say? Normal thing to do in this situation would be to say something comforting, something considerate. But in my confused state of mind, all I could come out with was something totally meaningless.
Are you crying?
Takumi has no tact. Haruko took off her glasses and wiped her eyes. She took several deep breaths before answering.
No, I'm not.
Oh, is this like a technicality? Are you doing like a Bill Clinton like that depends on what the definition of is?
You definitely are, though. Did something happen?
Something?
Like, you know, something sad or painful or...
No, not really.
So then, why are you...
Why do you have to be so dense? I told you, I'm not crying. And if I was, it would be incredibly insensitive of you to keep pestering me about it. Even middle school kids have enough delicacy not to walk up to a crying person and ask, "Are you crying?"
Fair. She had me there. I didn't want to say anything that might make this worse, so I just clammed up.
Did you hear about the Revivomatic?
No.
It was damaged pretty badly. Sire and Nigo have made some repairs, so we should be all right. We can at least revive each other again. But it's not completely fixed yet. They said one part of it is still badly damaged.
Huh.
I just realized. So, the Revivomatic stores our memories to be able to revive us with our memories. That means if anyone like has access to the for lack of a better term, the hard drive of the Revivomatic, they could like know everything we've ever like experienced or at least committed to memory. Anyways, Haruko's eyes were still fixed on the scenery that stretched out in front of us. She didn't look away when she spoke again.
The way they light up the night like this, they're really quite beautiful.
The undying flames?
Yes. The same flames that will raise this world to the ground in another 90 days.
The wall of fire flickered in the distance, as if it were already burning away the night sky. The way the flames moved, you could imagine they were dancing with joy, or writhing in agony.
What are you doing here, anyway?
Do you really have to ask?
She avoided my gaze and turned back to the horizon. A cold breeze blew, ruffling her hair.
It's the night of day 9. You promised to tell me everything if I made it this far. I've done everything you asked. Followed all your instructions without question. So now it's your turn. It's time for you to keep your promise.
There was a long silence while I waited for a reply. Every time the wind blew through Haruko's hair, it released a gentle, sweet aroma into the air. It was calming, comforting. I'd smelled it somewhere before, recently, but I couldn't quite place it. Was this scent lavender? Just as I started to recognize it, Haruko spoke up again.
No. It's not over yet.
Why not?
My instructions. I have one last order for you to carry out.
What is it?
Even now, she still wouldn't look at me, which made her request little more than a whisper. Even more surprising.
Kiss me.
Well then,
Huh?
Not for the first time that evening, I found myself at a complete loss for words. Was she serious? Was it a joke? I really couldn't tell. Nah, it had to be a joke. There's no way Haruko would. Or maybe it was a trick? Maybe this was her plan all along. By giving me an impossible order like this, she could weasel out of our deal right at the end. Clever girl. You failed to uphold your end by refusing to carry out my orders, and I don't have to tell you a thing. I could imagine her using that excuse to call the whole thing off. This girl was an evil genius. Although, what if it wasn't a joke or a trick? My palms were sweating, my throat was dry. I needed to decide how to deal with this, and fast. I couldn't just stand there like a statue all night. I don't understand. How did it come to this? What am I supposed to do? There's no time to think about it. I just have to make a choice. What do I do here? Yeah, I should have known the first time this came up not to kiss her. Just because from like a narrative logic perspective, it's too early in the narrative to kiss her. It's too early. I say that, but then, you know, sometimes the narrative is sparked by an event happening earlier than it's supposed to, right? So we're going no here, because I'm not opposed to learning more about Haruko, having a bit more of a intimate relationship with her, but not, you know, we gotta go at the right pace, you know? Get to know her properly. Work together on this time travel business first. Earn it, as it were. Let's go. It's your future, man. Whether she was joking or not made no difference. This was one order I wasn't willing to follow. I couldn't kiss Haruko, not with the way I felt about Karua, or Nozomi for that matter. I still wasn't sure whether those two were the same person or not. And this now not kinda, I don't know. Makes a little more sense as to why the other side was the romance arc. Because basically, if we're assuming Karua / Nozomi is like the canon relationship, you choosing to kiss Haruko here is kinda... Even if you don't end up with her in the romance arcs, it does signify, like, oh, I'm not counting Nozomi or Karua as the actual girl he's interested in. Or at least it's not serious enough that for him to not kiss another girl. I still wasn't sure whether those two were the same person or not. But when I thought about them, I knew I couldn't go through with this. So I didn't say or do anything. She didn't speak either. We both sat there in silence, gazing at the undying flames flickering in the distance. After what seemed like a long time, Haruko finally broke the silence.
You didn't think I was serious, did you?
If you weren't, you're a very good actress.
Honestly, you're just as naive as ever.
As ever. We've known each other for 9 days, officially. A faint smile played across her lips for a moment, then she abruptly got to her feet. She left without saying another word. I didn't have a chance to stop her, and was left all on my own. Once again, Haruko had avoided telling me the truth. All of a sudden, she seemed so fragile, so vulnerable. Like if I called out to her now, she might disappear completely. Despite all that, I think I finally had my answer. Just now, Haruko said I was as naive as ever. That's a weird way to talk about someone who you've only known for 9 days. Those words, along with everything else that had happened, were starting to add up. Haruko was like me. She wasn't the same Haruko that started out here, in this timeline.
She's also a time traveler.
He put it together, guys. He did it. Day 10.
Up and at 'em, troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 10th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Wow! Look at you guys, making it into double digits.
Is this different? Hello, this is a supplemental broadcast. Ignore the announcement about celebrating your milestone. I already unlocked all of the classrooms.
Hooray!
That means you don't get anything special today. Just use this time to train extra hard, okay? Training, huh? I doubted I'd be making time for that today. I had something much more important to deal with. Namely, picking things up where I left off with Haruko. She'd blown me off again last night. I was getting tired of this. Today's the day I get the truth out of her. Of course, just saying it was one thing. How do I actually do that, though? Technically, I'd refused to carry out Haruko's final order. That meant our deal was off. If I tried the straightforward approach, she'd only blow me off again. But what else can I do? This sounds like such a cliche, but maybe I could give her a present? Something special, something that would show her I really care, and get her to trust me. Only problem is I can't think of anything that would move Haruko that much. Cat figurine. I thought about it a while longer, but still didn't come up with anything. Come on, use your time traveling chops. Well, issue is he technically in this timeline only knows about the first timeline where Haruko died like a weekend. So yeah. Guess I'll just have to ask the others. And so after breakfast, I set out to ask around and try to figure out what to get Haruko. Alright, who should I talk to first? Who would know the most about Haruko? Yoshika, maybe? Moko. Ito? The twins? Shuma, maybe? I guess we'll start with Kyoshika. She's on the same floor we're on right now. She's in the classroom. Where is the classroom? I never go to just the normal classrooms. Bit of truancy, never hurt anyone, you know? There you are. Something that would touch Lady Haruko's heart. I'm not sure how useful this would be, but I believe she likes cats. Cats. You know, furry creatures that go meow. She had a pet one back in the complex. She admires their independence, their ability to work at night, and their hunting habits. Apparently they remind her of herself that way. Cats, huh? If I may, I've been wondering about Sir Ito. Do you really think he could have broken out of his cage without any assistance? Is something bothering you about that theory? It may be nothing, but something curious happened 2 days ago on the night of day 8 after we'd all assembled in the cafeteria. When I heard there was to be no post-battle celebration, I wandered into the courtyard to get some air. While I was out there, I heard a voice coming from the animal pens. It was Sir Ito, of course. He requested that I close the drain in the corner of the grounds. The sound of the water was keeping him awake. Even a prisoner deserves humane treatment, and I thought it couldn't possibly do any harm. So you did it? Yes. I don't see how it could have any bearing on his escape, but I thought I should mention it. So she closed the drain? I think if she was opening a drain, I could see the connection, but closing, I don't see what that would have to do with anything. Okay, what rooms are we looking for in this floor? Okay, the courtyard and the training room. Courtyard. Hello, twins. Man, this room is big. Never, like, wandered around it before. We even have, like, a rabbit statue. And a chicken, and another chicken, and another rabbit. Rabbits and chickens, eh? Notable, prey of foxes. Interesting. Does this mean I can go inside? No, I still can't.
Aha!
Please don't disturb the crime scene, Mr. Semino. The world's greatest mystery-solving twins are working the case here. A case? Isn't it obvious? The sad, or scandalous Atsuki disappearance for short. Why is the short version longer? Have you found any clues? No, not yet, but there's one thing that's interesting. Takumi, did you notice anything strange out the courtyard when we came here last night? Not really. The ground was damp, but the whole place was soaked. There are lots of plants here, so there is a lot of moisture around, but it was a lot wetter than usual yesterday. It was like the courtyard had been doused by a sprinkler or something. Huh, I didn't notice that at all. But what's it got to do with the sad case? That's the question we aim to answer during this investigation. The ground in the courtyard was wet. It's weird, but I've got other things to worry about. Asked Emma and Kaka for ideas on what might make Haruko open her heart to me. To their credit, the two of them gave the matter some serious thought before answering. Sorry, I've never really spoken to Haruko all that much. Me neither. I don't think I can tell you anything useful. That's too bad. Here, maybe this will make up for it. Kaka reached into her pocket and took out something. What's this? It's a piece of poop. You sure? It looks more like one of those kind of shell creatures. What? She's kidding. It looks like some kind of animal fossil to me. Couldn't tell you what kind of animal it was, though. You found it while we were looking for Ito before. Looks rare, doesn't it? Here you go. Without waiting for a reply, Kako pressed the strange fossil into my hand. Well, I had no reason to refuse to take it, and I figured it might come in useful for something later on. Okay, well, fossils. Neat. I also think those Cupid statues look weird. Like the proportions are odd. This looks like Ceres. If so, I'm not a fan. We want the training room. There we go. What do you have to say for yourself, Shuma? Oh, Takumi, are you here to help me train? I'm still so weak, I feel like I might keel over if an invader just looks at me hard enough. Sorry, but there's something else I want to talk about. I told you about my quest to gather information. Something that will make her open her heart? Well, I can think of one thing. Soft vinyl.
Huh?
What, like plastic? Yes, like a doll made from soft vinyl, although doll isn't really the right word. Maybe figure would be better. It's not just the human-shaped ones she likes after all. Did Haruko tell you that herself? That's right, she used to collect them back in the complex. A sadistic ice queen like her, secretly being a passionate toy collector. It's kinda cute, don't you think? Those some surprisingly strong terms coming from Shuma. Oh, speaking of toys. About 2 days ago you two asked me for something. I just remembered now it might have something to do with how we escaped.
Huh?
What did he ask you for? Some sturdy rubber balloons. Okay, drain was opened. Balloons are present. Wet courtyard. Empty ones, of course, I'd already inflated. There were about 100 of them. 100? I made them using the gift-o-matic and gave them to him that morning along with his breakfast. He said he wanted them to help strengthen his diaphragm and improve his lung capacity. I didn't believe that was all there was to it, of course, and yet you still gave him the balloons. Thanks. Good job, guys. Good job. But I didn't see how it could hurt, so I gave them to him anyway. Okay, so apparently everyone helped Eito break out. Real competent crew here. Especially when it comes to taking prisoners. What rooms we're looking for here? The gym and the strange room. We'll save Eito for the last. Oh, there's the gym.
Hey!
Takumi, perfect timing. Can I put you in a Cobra twist real quick? I'd rather you didn't. Then what are you even doing here? What is there to do in a gym besides wrestling? Laps, weightlifting, throw a ball around. Depending on the type of gym, maybe we could do some rock climbing. There's tons of stuff. It's okay, I get it. You've come to interrogate me about that thing, right? Well, it's true, I opened the valve for the fountain in the courtyard all the way. What about it? You saying that could have had something to do with how Eito escaped? I didn't say anything about anything yet. It sounds like it could be important, though.
Huh?
Can you tell me some more about that? It was yesterday, really early in the morning, I'd say 1 a.m. on day 9. I felt really hot and I couldn't get any sleep, so I went for a little walk in the courtyard. Then I ended up talking to Eito. I've been wondering just how high that fountain over there can reach. Maybe you'd be good enough to turn it up for me. Once he mentioned it, I got curious too. I opened the valve and the water started shooting up like a huge geyser. And he just left it like that. Yeah, Eito asked me to, said watching it would help him sleep. That definitely sounded suspicious. I wasn't sure what it meant yet, but I felt like I should remember it for later. Right now I had to focus on Haruko. I switched gears and asked Moko if she had any idea what she might like. She thought for a moment before answering. I don't know how much it was, but she once told me she likes stuff that comes in sets of 3 colors. 3 colors. It's like the Dutch flag. Yeah, stoplights, sports medals, that kind of thing. Even wine, that's got red, white, and rose. Is rose not just red? I'm not really a wine aficionado, but... Ooh, and another thing. Moko reached into her hood and pulled something out.
Huh?
Sanshokupan?
No.
It's 3 flavors in 1 bun. I got it from the cafeteria. I was gonna eat it later, but I've got plenty more. You can have this one. I had no reason to say no, so I took the bun and left. I would look at something in the courtyard before we talk to you, though. 'Cause I think I can probably solve this myself. Courtyard is on the 2nd floor. Everyone knows that. Okay. So the obvious thing, so the fountain was turned up. Something was closed, so presumably water wouldn't be able to escape. Ground was wet, he had balloons. So, like, obviously he flooded this place. The question is, though, what does that actually achieve? Because I wanted to look back here and see, like, were these, like, open-topped cages? So, like, if he flooded it sufficiently high, he could, like, blow it up? But obviously that would be dumb anyway, because you could just climb in that case. But no, it seems like there was presumably some flooding going on. Which somehow let him escape. I don't know, did it short circuit something? I really wish I could take a closer look at the cage, honestly. A lot of balloons too, like what, like 100? Wouldn't have been able to float though, because they were not filled with like helium. So they'd be filled with human breath if filled at all. I feel like I've got the general gist of what must have happened. I just can't quite connect the last bit of like, okay, so you flood this place, but what does that achieve? Because it's just being flooded, but it doesn't do anything, I wouldn't think. Like that's something that caused the lock to unlock. Unless, who knows, maybe there's just like some like emergency function where like, oh, if the room starts flooding, open the cages so your prisoners don't die? I feel like there's one piece we're still missing with that. Alright, Data. Why am I even talking to you? Hello, Takumi. I've been thinking about when you visited me a while back and said you're alive. I've been trying to figure out what you could have experienced to make you say that, and what?
Huh.
You really want to know? Yeah. Then let me out of here. I promise I'll tell you then. So that was just another ruse, huh? Was it, though? I assure you, it's a very convincing theory. As if anyone would fall for that. I glared at Ita for a moment in silence. If you did let me out, I could be useful in other ways, too. I could act as your advisor, help you out with any little things you don't want anyone else knowing about. Not interested. You're the one who's visiting me. Why are you here if not to hear what I have to say? I came here for ideas on how to get through to Hiroko. But even if Ita did know anything useful, he was the last person I wanted to get help from. Oh, don't look at me like that. I might just have to tell everyone about the other thing. You know.
Ah.
Which other thing?
Huh.
How about you coming from the future? You still haven't told them, have you? Like, as if they'd believe you.
Huh.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. It's a secret between you and me. And a secret this important isn't something you blurt out in the heat of the moment. No, I'm saving it for the right moment. Suddenly I noticed something sticking out of Ito's pocket. Balloons? I darted forward, reached in, and pulled it out. What's this? Can't you tell? It's a balloon. Not just any balloon either. It's made of a special kind of rubber that makes it extra sturdy. I stared at the balloon in my hand, trying to piece some things together. You can have it if you like. There's plenty more where that came from. I shoved it into my pocket and left. Okay. Maybe you flood the room, and that allows you to fill the balloons with water? But to what end? But to what end? I think this is all I'm going to learn for now. I don't know if I'm any closer to winning her to go over, but at least I know more about her interests now.
Huh.
I believe Lady Hiriko likes cats. A sadistic ice queen like her, secret to being a passionate toy collector. So, if I want to give her a present, a vinyl figure of a cat should be the way to go. But not just any cat. There's one more important detail that I learned. And that's... Hiriko told me she likes stuff that comes in 3 colors. So a cat with 3 colors. In other words, a calico. A calico! Alright, I'd better head over to the Gift-O-Matic and whipped up a calico cat figurine. There we go. A soft vinyl calico cat figure. Perfectly captures the cuteness of a cat. Some people strive to collect every type. And Hiriko is some people. Okay, it's done. Now I just have to give it to Hiriko. It took me a while to figure out where Hiriko was. Sometime after sunset, someone told me they'd seen her going into her room, so I hurried over there.
Oh.
Takumi, what are you doing in here? Haven't you heard of knocking? Well, I mean, if the door wasn't locked, then you clearly weren't too invested in keeping people out. Sorry. I have something for you. What? I don't know if it's your kind of thing or not, but... I handed the calico cat figure to Hiriko. I don't understand. It's a present for you. I thought you might like it. Hiriko stared at the little plastic figure, and tears filled her eyes. Wait, tears? I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't think she'd like it that much.
Oh.
It's not possible.
Huh?
What do you mean? You couldn't possibly have known. About what? Hiriko didn't reply, but slipped the cat figure into her pocket. There's more going on here than I realized. But I'd gotten through to her. That much was clear. Pressing my advantage, I looked her in the eyes and asked again. Hiriko, please. Tell me the truth. The truth about you. Ooh. Oh, it has been a while since we've had this minigame. Alright. What is this? You're just suddenly giving me a gift.
Are you trying to buy me over with material goods?
That's not it.
You must think I'm a fool. Did you think giving me a present would get me to spill my guts to you? Please don't
I think
project
that's
your
the feeling between
ridiculous
I don't know.
ideals onto me. This, paltry trinket isn't enough to change my mind.
Okay, she likes certainty.
I don't understand it either. Oh,
I have no idea why I brought you something like this.
Oh.
Excuse me. Well, it really doesn't matter.
Oh,
Seeing you right now really doesn't inspire me to ask about it. Forget I said anything. Let's try this again. Just be straight with
are you
her.
trying to buy me over with material goods?
Yes. No.
yeah, you're right. Honestly,
Okay.
ah,
Giving you a present was the only thing I could come up with.
ah,
I was just hoping giving you something nice would help me get through to you.
ah.
Pretty dumb, huh?
Ugh.
You really are painfully direct sometimes. Well, it really doesn't matter. Seeing you right now really doesn't inspire me to ask about it. Forget I said anything. Okay, strong denial? That or it could just be wait.
Trying to buy me over with.
No. Okay. Be assertive. Be strong.
Come on, that's not what I'm doing at all.
Not the best delivery there, Takumi, if you're trying to be convincing.
Ah,
I just wanted to express myself to you.
ah.
I thought it would help you understand that I'm acting in good faith. Or that you'd at least see how serious I am.
Anyway, a promise is a promise. You couldn't meet the conditions I laid out. You didn't follow my final order. Therefore, I have no obligation to tell you anything.
You actually meant that? Oh, dang.
You actually meant that?
You really wanted me to do it? Are you completely insane? Of course not. I'm just teasing you. Stop jumping to conclusions. Well, it really doesn't matter.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. Here we go again.
are you trying to buy me over with material goods?
No. I'm terrible at this.
Come on, that's not what I'm doing at all. Ah,
I'm expressing myself, you know.
Anyway, a promise is a promise. You couldn't meet the conditions I
It's
laid
gotta be
out.
you mean last night, right? What?
are you talking about last night?
But that was crazy. It's not fair to expect me to follow that kind of order. You knew I couldn't do it.
Oh.
Yes, I suppose that's true. I ventured to ask for the impossible.
Oh.
But you are the one who agreed to my terms. There's nothing you can do about it. Just give up.
Oh.
Okay, jeez. Am I gonna... Maybe that's a, like, just let time expire thing?
Are you trying to buy me over with material goods?
I like that line. You're trying to win me over with material
Come
goods.
on, that's not what I'm doing at all.
Like, material goods, it's just got a certain venom to that I like.
Ah, ah.
Anyway, a promise is a promise. You
just stay
couldn't
cool.
meet the conditions I laid out. You didn't follow my final order. Therefore, I have no obligation to tell you anything.
Alright. Sound and strong.
Ah.
Ugh. Oh,
Although...
well, there is something on my mind.
Oh, okay. Don't interrupt her. Perfect.
Ah.
Never interrupt your opponents when they're making a mistake.
Ugh.
Oh.
Let me just ask this. Why would you give something like that to me? A calico cat figure.
What made you pick this to give to me of all things?
I thought you'd like it. It just felt... Oh.
Oh.
Why aren't you saying anything?
Huh.
Is there some reason you can't tell me? Anyway. There's nothing else for us to discuss. It's called a night. Nope. Okay. Try this again.
What made you pick this
Thought you'd
to
wait
give to
around?
me of all things?
Thought you'd like it? Yeah, you'd like it. Okay, perfect.
It's like I told you before. Ah,
Someone knew you'd like it.
Oh.
I see.
Ugh.
It's true I do like calico toys. Being totally honest with you, I was happy you gave it to me.
But how? How did you know? My
This is either time travel or...
fondness for soft vinyl
I think we say
figures.
nothing and we just let her...
You couldn't possibly
come to the
have known
conclusion
about
herself.
that.
You told me
So
yourself.
how?
Yeah. Technically true, actually.
well, Hiduko, you told me yourself. Ah,
I asked Kyoshka, Shuma, and Moko about you. Well, that was just an excuse.
ah,
I knew long before I asked any of them. I swear it. The fact that you like cats and collect calico toys. Like I said, I remember you telling me yourself. But how could you?
Oh.
No, that's impossible. This has to be some kind of mistake. Well, I guess you have my thanks. For the calico toy.
Thank you.
Do you like it? Okay.
I'm just glad you liked it. Huh?
Hey, what did you say just now? What do you mean by that's impossible? Never mind, don't worry about it. How am I supposed to... I told you it's some kind of mistake.
There's no way you could have known.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
Ah,
Or do we double down? What a waste of my time. Okay. I think you double down. You gotta double down. Right?
There's no way you could have known.
Okay.
I do know.
I know all too well.
Oh.
What is it you think you know exactly? All the pain and suffering you've been through.
Watch your mouth.
You've been hurting all on
Are
your own.
you
You've been isolated
insane?
all this time.
Don't say things like that so lightly. You'd never understand.
Okay, isolated. Perfect.
You've been isolated all this time.
Shouldering this burden alone. Isn't that right? Stop it.
Ah,
I guess. If there's something weighing you down, I want a piece of that burden. No, not just a piece.
listen to me, Hiruko. All of the pain and suffering you're
I'll
feeling.
share it with you. Okay.
I'll share it with you.
Takumi. 95?
Hiruko! We can build a new future. One where nobody has to die. A future where we all make it to day 100 with a smile. Not just day 100, day 101, day 102, and every day after that too. Let's create a future where we can live happily forever. But if we're going to make that happen, you need to tell me everything. So please, tell me, Hiruko.
So we can make the perfect future that we all deserve together.
So we can make the perfect future that we all deserve together.
Persuasion complete. I did not think we would see that minigame again. Takumi, are you sure you can handle it? The truth is a lot more cruel than you think. And once you hit, there'll be no going back. Cruel. I mean, like, I think... I guess the truth in my mind is already pretty cruel, right? Like, okay, but before... Because this seems like it's going to be a very big moment of revelation. Let's just... I want to compare next. I want to compare my thought process here so far to what she's about to tell us. I think... So firstly... I'm just... Baseline, she's a time traveler, I'm a time traveler, alright? We're both going back several different iterations. For some reason, my time travel consciousness only seems to remember my first iteration and the current iteration, whereas seems like she remembers every iteration. I don't know why. It might be because mine is biological and hers seems to be technological, how she does time travel. Because she does time travel via the suits, though it's unclear if those are mostly for time travel or just dimension hopping. It might be more of a dimension hopping thing. And time travel might be just a different mechanism for her. However, the higher-ups know about her time travel. She's in communication with Sire about the time travel. Which means... something. Oh my goodness, hold up. With regards to the invaders, I think we're the invaders. I think we are a colony from Earth that has fled the planet for some reason. Maybe just for conquest, maybe it was terrible there and we had to evacuate it. But in any case, we're trying to colonize a new planet. This new planet happens to be the very planet the invaders live on, I think. So we are the alien invaders. And we've set up a forward operating base from which we are going to commit step 1 of terraforming the planet, which is just, clear-cutting it, basically. We burn everything on it to make way for our terraformed vision for the planet where we can thrive. And now I do wonder, does the multiverse play a role? A significant role here? Are the odds stacked against this? Is there an idea of, especially if Haruko is our resident time traveler going across the multiverse, is there some idea of we are throwing universes of humanity survivors at the wall until just one of them sticks? We're willing to sacrifice 100 universes for the one where we actually succeed and terraform the planet. Maybe. And, as for the source of the powers and stuff, probably some sort of experimentation. Who knows? Maybe we're even drafting. Maybe it's less so we're sacrificing various universes to eventually just get to the one where we actually win. Maybe we are drafting our very soldiers from different universes, different multiverses, different timelines, and just saying, well, eventually one of these crews is going to work out. And that could explain why Nozomi doesn't know me, because she's not Kara. She is Kara, but not Kara from a different dimension, maybe. That's kind of my basic theory for what's going on right now. It's probably wrong in a few key ways, but I think I'm on the right track. We'll see what Hiriko has to say now, though.
Tuh.
Are you prepared for that? Do you still want to know? Yes, I'm sure.
Oh?
All right, I'll tell you. But promise me one thing first. Whatever you might learn, don't let it destroy you. I looked into her eyes again. Okay, I promise. Hiriko seemed to accept my resolve. Then she abruptly left the room and led me outside. What are we doing out here?
Oh.
I wanted us to see the satellites. Hiriko looked up into the night sky, where the pale, shimmering artificial satellite hung in the void of space.
It's so far away from us. Almost impossibly far. It looks so big. So close. Like we could reach out and touch it.
It kind of looks like the Death Star.
But we'll never actually get there. Or more accurately, we've never got there.
I see. You're referring... So in all of our times, our escape pod never works?
Even after everything we've tried, it's always just out of reach.
Everything we've tried?
Oh.
You've probably figured this out already, but I'm a time traveler. Just like you. I hesitated for a moment, then nodded.
Oh.
But this isn't a one-time only thing. I've lived these 100 days countless times. Every time, things play out a little differently, and create all kinds of new problems. I've experienced all those variations, all the branching timelines that result from the different choices we make. That's why I've been able to tell when the next attack is coming, among other things.
Oh?
All of this doesn't just apply to me.
Huh.
There's someone else. And that's you, Takumi. Huh? You've also experienced 100 days here countless times before. What was she talking about? I'm so confused. I blurted out the first thing that came to my head. That can't be right. This is only my second time here.
Tuh.
No, it's not. You've been through this just as much as me, over and over again in an endless loop. Even now, this is only the most recent of a long series of 100-day cycles. You just can't remember the others. No, it can't be. Okay, so I am right then. I was right, like, all the way back. The gi. The gi attached itself in one timeline. And it wasn't present, but the ripple of it attaching of it claiming me was present in another timeline. Despite not knowing. Which confirms all the timelines have happened. They've all happened. It's just Takumi only remembers the first for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Strictly speaking, neither of us are time travelers in the way you think we are.
Okay, are we dimension jumpers? Is that what's going on?
This isn't a matter of us leaping back in time. It's more that we're trapped in a time loop.
I see.
That goes for me, and you too. You're the same as me, Takumi. You're not a time traveler. You're a time looper.
I mean, I guess I get the difference. Yeah, never mind. I don't get the difference. Like, fundamentally, it's kind of the same, right? What the? Storylock 1? Excuse me? What? You have arrived at Storylock 1. You will not be able to progress without meeting certain conditions. Try exploring other branches for now? What? Unlock conditions. Reach endings 34, 36, 72, and 76. to reach story lock 3? Let me write this down. I knew this branch was important. Okay, so we need endings 34, 36, 72, and 76. And also maybe lock 3, but I'm not sure if that's saying we need to get to lock 3. We need to... Because... Okay, we'll just type in lock 3. Okay. We have direction now. We've got direction, sort of. Okay. Now, luckily... So we got locked here. We got locked. There's even a lock right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, man. All right. This development excites me more than it should. All right, so 30... 34, 36, 72, 76. Let's take a look at what... Because I think these are kind of mostly laid out in order at the end, right? So this is 75. We have gotten 76 already, so that's good. 76, check. I think we then, almost by definition... Yeah, we've gotten 72. Check. Okay. So what we need is, we need 34 and 36. Okay, so these are not perfectly ordered, but in general, it seems higher up are higher numbers, lower down are lower numbers. So if we want to get to the 30s, so this whole slash root area, that's the 70s. 30s. So this is 64. The romance route is 64. Okay, I guess we don't... Hold on, let me see where what the comedy route is. Comedy route end 83, 84. Okay, so it is sort of the... Okay. So we need something below the romance route, right? What gets us below the romance route? Unless the geography of this is misleading, inherently. No, the romance route is as low as we've been able to get. That could be it. Leave school. Ooh, okay, this is... Where are we going, then? Where are we going? It's not going to be the comedy route. It's definitely not the comedy route. All right, let's just think about this. So we have the 70s, we need the 30s. We need to get to the 30s. It's weird, because if I look at the... Leave the school. Alright, it seems there's two main ways we can go about this. We can either not leave the school back over here on this route, or we can reveal ourselves as a time traveler on this route. That seems to be basically the two ways of going about this. And from a geography perspective, it does almost seem tempting to, like, say, accept Karara's feelings. Like, that's the only thing that gets us further down. That or Kiyoshika's feelings. But I feel like those are just going to be the same. Let me just double check what the romance route was. That was a 64. So it's not quite... That's not really what we're looking for here. Alright, I guess the question is... And we also need to get to lock 3. And lock 3, I mean, that's just tough to figure out because there isn't even really any geography to go by or anything. I have no idea where lock 3 is. It could be literally anywhere. Okay. I'm going to think on this. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I've thought about it, and I think I know where I want to go, but there's one last thing I want to check first. So we need to get... We're looking for 34 and 36, but it's worth noting, what are the... we should look into what the nature of the prerequisites we already have are. Being 72 and 76. Because... we go... I bet it's going to be the you get infected by Gi and the one where we share a kiss with Haruko in the end of the world. I bet it's those two. Let me just verify though. So 76, that would be after Stay and Fight. As opposed to Get in the Pod. Yep, that is where we get infected by Gi. 72. Slash Root. Go after Nozomi. Okay. So exactly the ones I thought it was. So the Gi arc seems really important. So I wonder if the other two might be Gi related as well. Possibly. I don't think it's going to be in the comedy route. I honestly don't. Also think my neighbors are vacuuming right now. Hopefully that's not coming through the stream too much. Reveal the secret. Or leave the school. We have Haruko's words about both of these events. When at some point when she mentioned that she was one who wrote the leave the school message, she said something horrible happened in the timeline where we didn't. That could be the Gi. That could be the Gi. And she did say that she thinks keeping my secret to myself was the right choice. I think you go leave the school. I think you go with this one. I think that's the play here. I think it seems a little more likely to be more directly tied to the Gi arc. And quite frankly, it's very possible we might need to do both of these, right? It might be that this is where 34 and 36 are, and this is where the Lock 3 is, or vice versa, but I think for now we go here. Do we go start of day here on day 4? Do we, It's been a while. I guess we will. Day 4.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 4th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
Okay. In the morning, I skipped going to the cafeteria and went back there instead. Somebody else had got there before me. Haruko, eh? How fortuitous, given recent... Is recent even the right word? Parallel events? I don't know. Haruko. Good morning. Did you eat breakfast? No, not yet. I'm not hungry. I could maybe go for a frog, though.
Oh.
A frog?
Huh?
Forget that. What are you doing here? After a moment of silence, Haruko answered. Probably for the same reason you are. I want to see the results of the restoration. Sirai's not here. Does that mean he's done? Only one way to find out. Haruko approached the body. She stopped in front of it and quietly pulled back the sheet covering it his body.
Looks like it's done. At the very least, he's not a burnt pretzel anymore.
I felt vaguely relieved seeing him. Of course, I hadn't forgiven him for what he'd done to us last time. But I felt some guilt at bringing him to such an undignified end. Now that his body was back to the way it used to be, the painful mass of emotions within me eased a little.
It feels wrong to bury him in the dirt after all this effort to get him so pristine.
You say that.
Why don't we leave him like this for a little longer?
I say we should burn him, honestly. I remember the zombies. Haruko covered him with the sheet once more. No sooner had she finished than Gaku came barreling into the room. There you guys are! We found something messed up! Come look! Messed up? Just hurry! You'll see for yourself! Haruko and I practically flew down the stairs as we followed Gaku to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon our arrival. What is this?
Huh.
Spray paint. Someone sprayed a message on the digital blackboard. I looked at the message. Leave the school now or I'll kill you all. I was the first one to find it. I finished breakfast early and was wandering around the school when I saw this. Then he came back to the cafeteria and told us about it.
Huh?
We all came running to see for ourselves. But who would pull some kind of dumb prank like this? Prank? I said what I said. Who would take this shit seriously? Looks like some snot-nosed kid wrote it. I believe it, though. It's way more interesting that way. I saw a killing aim in the air. Whether it's serious or not, we do know it's not the work of an invader. The alarm would have gone off if one of them tried to get in here.
Huh.
They don't know our language on top of that. I doubt it could have been one of them. What if it was Ito? Maybe the restoration brought him back like a zombie. Zombies, there's like to be zombies. Don't be ridiculous. I don't think that's possible. His appearance may have been restored, but his cryptoglobin is gone. And besides, we just saw him. He definitely wasn't breathing. So that means the person behind this thread is in the room with us now? Everybody glanced around, trying to see what everyone else was thinking. Their eyes were filled with distrust and unease. Wait, but hold on. There's one other person it could be, right? Everyone seemed to have an idea of what I was getting at.
Aha!
That's right, Sire! I definitely wouldn't put it past him. But why would he write a threatening message like this? We can figure that out later. For now, we need to find him. And so began the hunt for Sire. We found him only seconds later. It turned out he was very close to the classroom.
No!
Siri?
What the hell?
You're kidding!
Why? How could this happen to him?
Yeah, it feels weird though. We've picked this route, not because we think it's like because on the original playthrough of this game and even subsequent ones, right, we've been picking routes and paths that we think like, okay, this will probably lead to a decent outcome. Hasn't really worked out that way most of the time, but like we've been trying. Now it's just about pure curiosity. I'm here not because I think it's gonna end well, but because I know it ends poorly. But I need to see how it ends, specifically, to sate my curiosity. Everyone was deeply disturbed, but the shock I felt went far beyond theirs. After all, I'd seen this very scene before, the last time I went through this. Back then Ito had been responsible for it, but Ito didn't exist in this world any longer. I'd killed him myself 2 days earlier. And yet the same thing was happening all over again. The whole reason I fought Ito in the first place was to prevent this. So how? Why? We returned to the classroom in a daze. Everyone stood around in silence for some time. Their eyes were cast downward, expressions grave. Finally, Gaku broke the silence. Takamaro, do you still think this is all a prank? But if this isn't a prank, then it's just not fair. They didn't even give us the chance to leave. Maybe it means the kill you all part will start as soon as we see the message? Still, it's not right. It's highly probable that Sirei was destroyed before we woke up. Somebody would have noticed otherwise. That means it happened before Goku found the message? So one of us had to die before we even knew we were being threatened? How utterly unreasonable. In movies, terrorists always set off a small-scale explosion and then claim responsibility, right? Once everyone knows it's not a prank, they announce that they're going to carry out another crime. Jeremy had a point. It was possible the culprit did this to Sirei to show they were serious. In that case, we'd be fine so long as we did what they demanded. Temporarily leaving the school and seeing what happened before returning would be the safest option. But there was no guarantee that the person who read the message was the same person who destroyed Sirei. In fact, I know for a fact that it wasn't. I killed Sirei and Haruko read the message. You know, the more we play this game, the more I'm realizing, wait a minute, maybe Nozomi isn't the main girl. Maybe it's Haruko. I don't know. She seems like way more important from a plot perspective these days. Ever since time travel started becoming a major thing. It wasn't out of the question that the message really was just a prank. But even if it was, we'd still have to deal with the threat of whoever destroyed Sirei still being nearby. Very nearby. For now, I need to figure out if we listen to the message or not. Do we leave the school, or do we ignore it and stay? It's up to me to decide. I'm going to be very curious to see Haruko's reaction here. Because she wrote the message. What is she trying to save us from? And will she be straight with us if we don't leave? We will not leave the school. We will stand our ground like men! Despite the fact I think our unit is mostly women, but whatever.
Hey guys, listen. We can't listen to the message.
Why? The enemy could attack any day now. We can't just leave this place unprotected. Hey, didn't you come back from the future? That means you should know exactly when the enemy will attack, right? So when's the next attack? The next one is 3 days from now on day 7. And what's the big deal with leaving this place empty until then? It's just a matter of going outside the wall of fire and coming back in 3 days, right? Yeah. We'll be technically complying with what that message says, and the culprit wouldn't see a need to follow through with their threats. The next attack being 3 days away is what I remember from last time. But there's no guarantee the enemy will act in the same way this time. Because you may have already changed the course of history by coming back to the past. Is that what you're trying to say? I nodded. There is another thing to consider. Can really trust the culprit to keep their word and leave the academy alone while we're gone? We're talking about someone who did something that vicious to Sirei before we even saw the message. There's no way a person like that's ever going to keep their word. Ergo, this has to be a trap. I got no clue who that could be. All thing we can figure is that they're an invader trying to nab the baby in the defense room while we're gone. He just said he thought it was a prank. Shut up! Things are different now that Sirai's been wrecked. I personally think we should just ignore that message. Now launch the culprit into slaughter mode, right? Now that's the kind of show I'd pay through the nose to watch. My sad excuse of an existence will surely be the first to be eliminated. Oh, I'm all for the idea, of course. After all, even the tiniest bacteria has more worth than an atomized speck of fractional dust like me. So we take a head count. There are 6 of us who want to stay. Takumi, Takamaru, Darumi, Shuma, and the Tsukima twins. If we're going to have a majority vote, those who want to remain have already won, right? Seriously, are you all out of your minds? Oh, you stopped me from going out there yourself. Outside the wall of fire?
Huh?
I dare say that's what the culprit's really aiming for. Once they manage to isolate someone, the real fun begins. Gaku started shaking like a leaf. Alright, fine. Just don't say it and warn you. In the end, we decided to ignore the message and remain at the academy. Nobody knew how the culprit would react. Just in case, we decided that everyone would move together as a unit during the day as a safety measure. As we did, the sun soon set and night approached.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
What? I guess the announcements must be pre-recorded, huh? Yes, Sarah told me about them earlier. Nothing happened in the end. Whoever wrote that message was just bluffing. Can you make up your mind? Do you want us to take the message seriously or not? Right now, no. The situation's changed. So I'm gonna go back to my room to hit the sack. Whoa. You just willingly trigger your own death flags? I ain't got time for this. We ain't in some freaking game or movie. But there's no denying that the person who destroyed Sarah is still around. Yes, hiding somewhere in the school. Or it's also possible they're hiding somewhere among us. Everett abruptly stopped what they were doing after Herko's statement. They all glanced around, scrutinizing each other nervously. I see how it is. Say for us all just sleep in our own rooms then. Well, at least that room's locked, so we don't have to worry about anyone killing him while we sleep. Eriko was only mentioning that as a possibility. I refuse to believe the culprit could be one of us.
Huh?
Let's not start suspecting each other. We'd be playing directly into the culprit's hands. Told you they were just bluffing with that message. Whoever's behind probably gets a kick out of seeing us running around like headless chickens, that's all. Hell, it's a Sarah's mangled remains! Sarah was tugged because he was a machine. Damaging a metal contraption is completely different from killing a flesh and blood person. Are you trying to say the culprit won't harm us because we're human? I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, I'm heading back to my room. Let's see at our rings. Takamaru and Darumi left after that, followed by Emma and Kako. As long as we're together, no one can hurt us. I feel pretty uneasy about this whole situation. They held hands and left the cafeteria together. Good night, everyone. Sorry, my body's so poorly formed, it can't fall asleep without a bed. Tsubasa and Shima both said they didn't think the culprit could be among us, but as I watched them leave, it occurred to me they probably had their suspicions. Haruka, Gaku, and I were the only ones left in the cafeteria. This is ridiculous. Why can't everyone see the best way to stay safe is to stick together? Everyone's already gone, though. Except for the three of us. If the two of you are working together, I'd probably be assaulted tonight. Are you inviting us to Gaku? Firstly, dude, really? Come on, man. And secondly, she'd kill you. Of course I'm not. Get your mind out of the gutter. Right, on the other hand, I'd be the one in hot soup if you two are the ones behind this. We're not, but I have no way of proving that. Well, actually, from a certain perspective. I guess going back to our rooms to rest really is the only thing we can do now.
Ugh.
Indeed, casting aspersions at each other here won't help us sleep any better. Fine, I'll go too, but only because there's no other choice. And so we all went back to our rooms to turn in for the night. I tossed and turned relentlessly on my bed. My eyes were closed, but sleep kept evading me.
Huh?
Who wrote that message and destroyed Sire? Is the culprit really one of us? No, there's no way. That means the culprit's still hiding somewhere in the school. They couldn't have escaped outside the wall of fire after destroying Sire and writing that message.
Huh?
Hang on. Are we sure the person who wrote the message and the person who destroyed Sire are one and the same? We just automatically assumed so, but there's no indication that they are. If it wasn't the same person, then we're actually up against two different people. How did things end up like this? I ruffled my hair violently while curling up on my bed. Midnight was just around the corner. Soon it would be day 5. Day 5. It's 12:55 a.m. It hasn't even been an hour since the new day began. Who would be... Who's ringing my doorbell at this hour? A visitor at this time? Thinking it might be the culprit, I was unnerved, until I realized this would give me a great chance to capture them. It could very well be someone asking for help, too. Whoever it was, I had no reason to ignore them. Let's do this! Gathering my wits, I opened my room door cautiously. I looked around before stepping out. Really? Oh, come on. I got ding-dong ditched? Really? Real mature, guys, real mature. There's nobody to be seen anywhere.
Huh?
Was it a prank? Or a hallucination? Just as I turned around to go back into the room. Okay, a sharp pain exploded at the back of my head, quickly rendering me unconscious. Oh, what have I
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 5th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
What? Okay, so I walked outside, got hit in the back of the head, and woke up back in my room. Huh? When I next came to, I realized I was on my bed, even though I'd lost consciousness outside my room last night. Was that a dream? Was I just half asleep? I touched the back of my neck as those thoughts ran through my mind. A dull, aching pain greeted me. It wasn't a dream. I stepped outside last night and someone jumped on me from above. They'd probably been hiding on the rooftop. They punched or kicked me, I'm not sure which one, on the back of my head. But who and why? Was it the person who wrote that message and destroyed Sire? In that case, why am I still alive? And they even went out of their way to move me back to my bed. Could it have been Haruko checking me for the parasites? Just then, the door slammed violently open and Tsubasa ran inside. Takumi, it's Gaku's. What happened? Just go to the classroom on the first floor, quickly, the same room we found the message in. I'll go let the others know. Oh no, is he dead? I ran downstairs so quickly I thought I might trip and fall. Getting to the classroom was the only thing on my mind. Soon the classroom came within view. I dashed inside, and what greeted me was...
What is this?
Been a while since we've been in this mode. Geez, it's day 5. I could hear the others entering the classroom behind me.
No!
Lots of... Looks like he was stabbed to death. But like... A whole bunch. A whole bunch of stab wounds.
What the hell?
Mr. Mariko!
Why? Gaku? Hey, Gaku! Cut it out! This isn't funny at all! Open your eyes, man! Wake up! I said wake up, Gaku!
I think he's dead. Doremi kept shaking Gaku's shoulders. He didn't respond. So she started shaking him harder. Haruka slowly put her arms around Doremi and gently pulled her away.
Hey, why don't we just use the Revivomatic?
Right! If we move Gaku to the infirmary, we can...
It won't work. The Revivomatic can only revive a person who only just died. That's what it says in the manual.
Good thing you read the manual.
Can you define just? It doesn't give a specific number, but definitely not 3 hours.
How do we know it's been 3 hours?
3 hours?
You can tell by the dry and discolored blood. It's been at least 3 hours since he was killed.
Okay, Kako, you're an expert in this, apparently.
And besides, look at the amount of blood he's lost. You know how the Revivomatic works. You need to have cryptoglobin in your body.
But we couldn't just give up without doing anything. We moved Gaku's body to the infirmary, put him in a corpse recovery drone, and placed him in the Revivomatic. However... Unfortunately, Kako was right. The Revivomatic's analysis monitor was located at the back of the device. We all looked at the information together. Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 5, between 1 and 4 a.m. There's a lot more details than we normally get. Multiple stab wounds on chest and abdomen. Murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about 1 foot long. Too much time has passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. Doesn't something seem off to you guys? Why didn't that corpse recovery drone do its job earlier? You're right. If the drone had flown over to collect Gaku's body the moment he died, this wouldn't have happened. Upon hearing that, Tsubasa sprang into action. She went back to the analysis monitor. After fiddling with the terminal for a while, she took several steps back in shock. The drone itself is working correctly, but someone has overwritten the program that controls it. What? The code is too difficult to hack even for me. There's no way we can restore the original programming now. The new settings say that the drone is activated if an SDU member dies outside of a defensive battle. You can't be serious. Who would do such a thing? Do you even need to ask? It's always the same person who killed Gaku. Silence filled the air, and nobody spoke for a while. Then Takamaru mumbled something. Shit, this is all my fault. Kept insisting the culprit was bluffing. Gaku would have died if I believed him. I don't know about that. The same thing may have happened even if we had all slept together in the cafeteria last night. Or maybe things would have been worse. What do you mean? I'll explain later. Do I think I'm the killer in this timeline? I don't know. It's possible. When I was the killer in the other timeline. But just from a narrative perspective, it doesn't feel like I'd be the killer in multiple timelines. Anyway. A few hours later. We managed to regain our composure somewhat and started cleaning up the classroom. It just didn't seem right to leave all that blood on the floor. The other thing, too, this is a different modus operandi than the killer from the slasher route. Very different. So, inclined to believe that it's likely someone else, but well, I don't know. We also made sure to thoroughly check for possible clues that might lead us to the murder, while we cleaned. Ultimately, we came to the realization that the killer had left nothing behind. No footprints, no bodily fluids, not even a single strand of hair. Once we were done, we decided to take care of the message as well. The message that was the cause of everything. The mere sight of it nauseated me. We angrily and vigorously scrubbed the message with solvents until it disappeared, Tsubasa and Shuma crying as they worked. Before we knew it, the sun had already set and we were surrounded by darkness. Then we started on our next task. Transporting Gaku's dead body from the infirmary to the morgue.
Huh?
Hey, why are we moving his body here? Shouldn't we be giving him a dignified burial? The corpse is a silent witness who never lies. Burying it would mean losing valuable clues. That reminds me, you mentioned that you were trying to become a detective in my previous timeline. And then Emma said he was your brilliant, talented assistant or something. I said that. Yes. Now, do you believe I've traveled back in time? I'm not sure. That's not particularly convincing evidence. Am I right to assume you're interested in helping out with the investigation, Kako? Yes. Then share your observations with us, great detective. Who is the most likely suspect in your eyes? Wait, we need to figure things like this out step by step. She tapped a finger on her temple. First of all, Tsubasa was the first person to find the body, right? Yes, I woke up before the morning announcement, so I went to the classroom on the first floor. This timeline seems to really be leaning into the murder mystery dynamic a lot more than the others, it seems. I was trying to see if we'd missed any clues that could have pointed us to the identity of the person who wrote the message. Then I found Gaku on the floor, like that. The question is, why did the killer murder him so brutally? He was stabbed multiple times in the chest and abdomen. If killing him had been the objective, they could have simply aimed directly for the heart. This number of stab wounds usually indicates some sort of powerful personal grudge. It feels more like anger than a grudge to me. The killer is the same person who wrote the message, right? And they got angry because we didn't follow their instructions. Or the fella's just trying to make an example out of someone. Thinking they could strike fear in our hearts by killing someone in the most visceral way possible. I think their objective was even simpler than that. Pray tell? To plead as much cryptoglobin out as possible, so that we couldn't possibly revive Gaku even if we found his body right away. That would mean the killer is very familiar with the Special Defense Unit's members and how our bodies work. In short, there's a very high probability that the killer is one of us. Everyone fell silent at that. But nobody seemed as shaken up as they were yesterday. As if they had already come to this conclusion deep inside. That's why back in the infirmary I said that things would have been worse. If we had all slept together in the cafeteria. Because the killer would have assassinated everyone in their sleep. Yes, after drugging us with the sleep medicine or something. That's unthinkable. It's just not possible. One of us is here is the killer? The alarm didn't sound. That means nobody has breached the Academy's defenses.
Oh!
Oh, and before you bring it up, no, Ito couldn't have done it either. Because... She walked to one of the dead bodies, stood in front of it, and promptly pulled off the sheet that was covering it.
See? He's not breathing and has no pulse. It's literally impossible for Ado to be the killer. Unless he somehow turned into a zombie.
Zombies, man. That would be ridiculous. That's a good one, Gecko. Zombies.
Oh!
Everyone saw what Gaku estimates time of death of the Rheumatic was. Yes, I think it was between 1 and 4 a.m. last night.
Huh.
I'm going to have to ask each and every one of you where you were and what you're doing at the time. I woke up at like 1 in the morning. No, no, no. I woke up at 1 in the morning. Ah! Everyone said they had been sleeping in their own rooms, other than Emma. Emma was... I was sleeping in my dear sister's room. Which means only my dear sister and I have valid alibis. The testimony of a sibling is unreliable. Yes, I was expecting you to say that. Wait, so none of us have proper alibis? Hang on, nobody's asked Takumi where he's been yet. Oh, right, what about you, Takumi? I mean, your answer is probably going to be the same. I hesitated for a moment. Telling the truth would make me seem questionable. But if it ever came to light that I lied this time, I'd definitely look suspicious then. So I decided to go ahead and tell everyone what happened to me last night at around 1 a.m. Say what? Someone came out of nowhere and knocked you out? And then you woke up to the sound of the morning announcement in your bed. Yes, more or less. The person who knocked me out had to be the killer. But why wouldn't they have just killed you? Well, he tells us this now. Couldn't find a good time to bring it up? Really? But so much time has already passed since we found Gaku's body. Everyone looked at me with suspicion in their eyes, causing my heart to beat faster. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. So you say, but... that time-traveling thing has got to just be a big fat lie. Yes, you killed Ito for some reason, made up that tall tale in order to justify your actions. No! That would actually explain why Sarah was destroyed too. Sarah was the only one present when Ito was killed. He was the only one who knew the truth. When Sarah tried to blackmail Takumi using that incident, Takumi destroyed him in order to silence him.
Hey!
Why would I do that? What about the message? I was the first one to propose we stay in the academy. Besides, there's no reason for me to kill Gaku. Absolutely no reason at all. You're coming apart at the seams. Nobody said anything about you killing Mr. Maruko. You were all looking at me as if you thought I was the killer. Guys, come on. Let's be chill here. I spent hours trying to prove my innocence to the others, but there was nothing convincing I could use to clear my name. Takamaru, Darumi, Shuma, and the Tsukima twins were especially unwilling to give me any benefit of the doubt. Haruko, can you bail me out, maybe? Well then, sister dearest, let us fall asleep under the same roof again tonight. Yes, like I said before, it's more dangerous for everyone to be sleeping together. Sleep with the person you trust the most is the best way to deal with this. Takamaru, will you please allow this worm to burrow in your room tonight? What are you saying? You're the person I trust the most. Or are you afraid that I may actually be the killer? Don't be stupid, you idiot. I just kill you right back. Anytime, staying in Mr. Sarika's room tonight. You can kill me anytime you please, my mistress. I'm sorry, but you're on your own. But why? You may end up killing me for all I know. Besides, I've already been reserved by someone else. Am I gonna be stuck with Darumi? Someone else? Are you staying with me tonight? No. The only option left is Takumi. Absolutely not. I'm not going to throw myself into the arms of a serial killer. I have standards on who gets to kill me, you know. Everyone retired to their chosen rooms after deciding on sleeping arrangements. I trudged my way back to my own room as well. I had just returned to my room when the doorbell rang. Again. It better not be that same prank again. The door swung open and in walked... Erika, Tsubasa. What's the matter?
Huh.
Just so we're clear, this doesn't mean we trust you or anything.
Huh?
What? You came all the way just to tell me that?
Tuh.
Let me finish. We don't trust you, but we see no reason to be completely suspicious of you either. Unlike the other 5. Okay. That's nice to hear. And...
Huh.
if what you've been saying is true, there's going to be an enemy attack in 2 days' time on day 7, right? According to what I've lived through, yes. When that happens, I intend to fight. But it's unlikely the other 5 will be willing to follow you. So you're saying there's a high chance they won't join the fight? Even to Takamaru and Darumi who fought on day 1? Tsubasa's trying to say she's willing to lend you a hand. I can't just sit back and let you and Teriko fight the invaders by yourselves. Besides, it's game over for us if we lose.
Oh.
A combat party of 3 isn't going to be strong enough. Which is why I'm thinking of calling in reinforcements. From where?
Huh.
You once mentioned a second-to-last defense academy that's being protected by 5 special defense unit members, right? I get it. You want to bring them here? It was inevitable that we would one day have to go to the second-to-last defense academy anyway. That academy was attacked on day 10 and Moko was killed. I'd been pushing it to the back of my mind because I thought we still had time. Not that we had any spare time to be thinking about going there at all. It did make sense to go over as soon as possible, so I agreed to Haruko and Tsubasa's plan. Are you both coming with me? Of course. Then we set off at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. 6? The campus is quite a distance from here, isn't it? Yeah. We should start early then. We also have to ensure we can make it back before the enemy attack on day 7. That's a good point. Well, that's settled then. We'll be taking our leave now. We'll go tell the others about this. Thank you. They nodded and left the room. There's just one thing bothering me. Was it really a good idea to leave 5 people behind in an academy with a serial killer on the loose? That said, I really did want to reach the second campus before Moko got killed on day 10. Since we needed reinforcements for the next defensive battle, going there tomorrow was indeed the best option we had. It wouldn't make sense for all of us to go anyway, and leaving just 2 or 3 to protect the school alone wouldn't be any better. In fact, it would be worse because that'd just make them easier targets for the killer. I concluded that the safest thing to do was to go there with Haruko and Tsubasa. I hope we can meet the team from the second academy tomorrow. Kyoshika, Moko, Kurara, Igamu, and Nozomi. The possibility of seeing them again did nothing to loosen the tight knot in my stomach. After all, a friend had just been violently murdered today. I couldn't get the sight of Gaku's mangled body out of my mind. Day 6. At 6 a.m., I went straight to the entrance hall where Haruko and Tsubasa were already waiting for me. You are 10 seconds late. 10 seconds? A split second of distraction can prove fatal in battle. You'll do well to remember that. Yes, ma'am. I might as well respond to Haruka while looking around. I didn't see anyone else. They're not even going to see us off, huh? I mean, they believe you're a serial killer, you know? Nothing I could do about that. How did you break the news to them? I just told them plainly. I said we needed to bring in a second team to increase our combat power. And they didn't criticize you for daring to follow a serial killer there? They sure did, which is why I asked them nicely if they'd rather we left said serial killer behind with them. Suddenly letting just the three of us go became the best thing since sliced bread. Okay. We can chat later. Let's be on our way. Alright, here we go. We're a pretty good crew. Obviously prefer to have Nozomi on these sorts of missions, but... Look over there. That looks like a shortcut. Let's go check it out. We won't skip actually, because we could use the resources. Oh, network error? That's no good. I think we're back. Or are we? Hard to say. YouTube's definitely still going. What about Twitch? Okay, we're back. We're back. I think. Okay. Where are we going? One. You find a magic circle in some ancient ruins. It seems infused with mysterious power. Oh, we'll chant a spell. Oh, 10% chance for textiles. I mean, textiles aren't really what we need right now, but sure. You found a creepy straw effigy in some temple ruins. It exudes a discernibly malevolent aura. We'll code with fire. Okay. I guess we can get some nice textiles. You find some graffiti. We're gonna figure out that code and get a large flag.
I'll take this.
You find an abandoned research lab. It looks like they studied mineral ore here. Let's get an item. We lost the flag and we got gold ore. Okay.
Yes!
That's a decent exchange. We continue. You find a lab with lots of books on the shelves. Which will you take? Are we gonna move the bookcase? We got a high temperature nuclear reactor.
I'll take this.
That seems pretty good. I guess we can go into combat. Okay.
I'm taking the wheel.
And that's a 2 for 2.
Let's roll. Ready when you are. How's this? We did it. I'm taking the wheel.
Let's grab you guys.
Take this. Let's keep it up.
Time for battle.
I guess you can do this.
How's this? Now then, to business. Take this.
I'm good
Okay,
whenever.
I think we can get these guys in the... Yeah, there we go.
We did it.
Here we go! Take that!
Nice work, crew. Nice work.
take this.
Ooh, a golden pumpkin. You find the remains of a giant robot. It might have some rare materials inside. We're gonna check that power reactor. The whole party took 10 damage? We're practically dead. Okay, don't dilly-dally. We need to be using sixes to get out of here as quickly as we can. Nearly there. Runaway dump truck suddenly hurtles toward you. What the heck? Jump out of the way? Super Blaster took damage. Okay, we did get a tire though, but okay.
We did it.
You see a desert oasis in the distance. You might be able to rest there. Head for that oasis. 3 HP. Alright. I just gotta survive one more battle. Just me and Haruka. This is a pretty tough one. Okay.
Hardly a challenge.
And Haruka can heal herself.
Out of my way. My turn. Die. How unsatisfying.
That guy needs to die.
Time for battle. Right here. Time to move.
Do this.
Out of my way.
It's a couple extra kills, which gives
Now
you
then,
extra power.
To business.
4. Ooh, okay. Just get an
Alright.
attack up, please.
Let's get. I'll put this to good use. My turn. Take this. Broken so soon. Ready whenever. All right.
Another
Let's get
agility
right
potion.
here. My turn.
Can we kill you with this? Oh, not really.
All right. Let's get started. Die. How unsatisfying.
I've got this.
Okay, I mean, this is pretty good. If I take an attack
Ready when
potion,
you
I can
are.
get those in
Time to use it.
one.
Let's do this. Got it.
My
Okay.
turn.
Say when. There.
Alright, and Haruka, could you finish them
Time
off,
for
please?
battle.
Can I finish them off, please?
Let's go. One last strike.
Okay. We're live. I count that as a win. We finally arrived.
Oh?
So this is the place. Second to last Defense Academy. As we got closer, I saw her. Nozomi. My pulse started racing. My breathing got heavier. I felt an uncontrollable burning in my chest. Nozomi was alive. She was alive again, right here in front of me. Without thinking, I almost reached out to touch her. But I felt that impulse and pulled it back. Huh? Who are you guys? Words simply failed me. While I was still busy being incoherent, Nigao and the others showed up as well. Are you perhaps from Last Defense Academy? How did you know that? Your class armor. Is there something you guys needed? Yes, actually. After moving conversation to the cafeteria and introducing ourselves, we told everyone what had happened at Last Defense Academy. Obedito, the threatening message, Seer's destruction, all of it. Even about Gaku's murder and me traveling back in time. I also shared everything that had happened in the 100 days I had previously gone through. What greeted me at the end was silence. Nigao had stopped moving and had a dazed, distant look in his eyes. Seer's destruction must have been too much for him. None of the others from the Second Academy had anything to say either. They all stood frozen, mouths agape in astonishment. I see. Thanks for the massive info dump, I guess. I'm still trying to process everything, but I more or less get what you're trying to say. The long and short of the matter is that Last Defense Academy is currently in quite a bit of a pickle. Am I right to say that? Yeah. Then we have to go there right away. Since this place is just a decoy, there's no need for us to protect it anymore. The enemy will be attacking that academy tomorrow, right? Then we must hasten our steps. And get there by today. Thank you. We would greatly appreciate the backup. Nigao, is the school bus available? Hey, Nigao, can you hear me? Oh, yes, the bus is available. Great, we'll meet in the parking lot after everyone here is ready. Takumi, Haruko, and Tsubasa, you guys can go there first. It's at... Don't worry, I know where it is. I'm packed and ready to go. Onwards to Last Defense Academy. We all started walking towards the bus, except for Nigao, who hadn't moved from his spot at all. As soon as we noticed, we stopped walking. Something wrong, Nigao? I cannot go. What? I've been ordered to guard second to Last Defense Academy with my life. Therefore, I am unable to abandon it. Ordered by who? Your superior officer, the one who got destroyed. No, this order came from higher ups on the artificial satellites. No. Can't you defy them somehow? We all tried to talk Nigao out of staying, but he refused to abandon his post. We have no choice but to leave him behind. Curious, because in the other timeline, Haruko, just picks him up and goes, right? Why the change in attitude here? But...
Oh.
It's already night and we're running out of time. We have to go now. I will be just fine, everybody. You see, there is no commanding officer at Last Defense Academy right now. So if I open a dialogue with the higher-ups about this, they may reassign me there. Fine. Hurry up and do that dialogue thing with your superiors and come over as soon as you can understand. We'll be waiting for you over there. Thank you. Be careful. And so, we had to part ways with Nigao. After exchanging firm handshakes, we boarded the school bus. We decided to let Tsubasa drive as she had the most experience with vehicles. And then...
All right, let's go.
She floored the accelerator and the bus peeled off. We made our way toward the base. Last Defense Academy. A short while after setting off, I started a conversation with the 5 members of the Second Academy.
First of all, I'm grateful that you decided to come with us. Am I also right to assume that you believed what I said?
What you said?
About coming back from the future.
It's too much of a coincidence to be made up.
What is more, you possess knowledge about us that we have revealed to none but ourselves.
We believe you only because it makes sense to, not because we want to. I believe you, Takumi.
Thank you, everyone. You have no idea how glad this makes me. Because nobody in the other academy believes me at all.
Including those 2 over there?
Well, the 5 of them turned to stare at Hiroko and Tsubasa.
You don't believe him? Can you not see the pureness in his eyes? His very soul itself!
Thank you, Moko. Hiriko's over there thinking like, well, clearly I believe him. It's not that I believe him, actually. It's that I know for a fact he's telling the truth. But I have a facade to keep up, so I can't say that I believe him. And so I was like, well, I mean, when you put it that way, like, it seems kind of likely, but also like, I mean, future, like, he invented time travel, really? Not me, him? I kept looking at Hiroko and Tsubasa in plain and undisguised disgust. And that seems a bit far, guys. The 2 eventually caved under the weight of their collective stares.
Fine. I believe him.
What, you do? I guess I should too then.
Seriously, that's all it took? I held back from speaking my thoughts out loud. Their reasoning didn't matter as long as they believed me. With this, there are now more people who believe me than those who didn't. I have the majority. I wield the power of democracy. May God have mercy on everyone else's souls. It made me feel more at ease after going through those terrible things yesterday. As the bus kept rumbling on, the pleasant swaying sensation made me so drowsy I almost fell asleep. Eventually, the sight of the wall of fire slowly came into view through the windshield of the bus. Oh, Mr. Serigo, I'm so glad you're safe and sound. I'm so sure that Serigo would be coming back by himself. Thank goodness you're both okay.
Hey!
What about me? By the way, are those guys with you? Nameless NPCs. Hello there, my name is Nozomi Kirafuji.
No!
I am Moko Majuro, the apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Kyoshika Magadori, at your service. Bow your heads, peasants. I am Kurara Suzuki, the great and powerful. And I'm Yugamu Umakage, teenage assassin, hopeless romantic, and all-around nice guy.
Hey!
They're neither nameless nor NPCs! They're totally trying to assert themselves as main characters. Oh, we should introduce ourselves, too. That's alright, we've already heard all about you on the bus. Well, that saves a lot of time. What are we waiting for then? It's time to play some games where losers have to get their nails ripped off for shits and giggles. Wow, that sounds like my kind of fun. You two would be perfect for each other, honestly. I'm not playing. We have a battle coming up tomorrow. Now that the introductions are over, we should rest up until then. So you guys are really gonna fight together with us?
Yeah!
You know it.
Huh.
It is the very reason we have come here. But why would you help us? Why do you even need to ask? It's because we all have the same ultimate goal in mind.
Huh?
Ultimate
Huh.
goal? From here on, we just protect the baby in the defense room until day 100, right? then the missiles he's been charging up will be launched in all directions. All the invaders will be wiped out, and that'll be the end of the world death. But right before we shoot off in the escape pod to join back up with the rest of humanity on the artificial satellites. Or so we have heard from Sir Takumi. I see no reason to say no. We make it through these 100 days and everyone's stories end happily. We're with you all the way. The palpable excitement of the 5 members from the Second Academy stood in stark contrast to the solemn moods of those from this academy. What's the matter? They're just feeling awkward because they have no intention of joining us for tomorrow's defensive battle. Whereas you guys will be sent into the battlefield as their substitutes even though you're new here. Wait, why aren't you joining the fight? I'd explained on the way here they do not trust Takumi's leadership. Oh, that whole time traveling thing. It's just a part of it. Gaku's murder plays a bigger part right now. They all think Takumi did it. Excuse me, Sir Takumi is a killer? No, of course not. I didn't do it. Sir Takumi has spoken. What is your response? Ready to discuss this thing to death. But there's no proof yet. Proof of what? Proof of Takumi's innocence. Well, what the heck? I thought I was innocent until proven guilty. What sort of court system is this? Apprehending the real perpetrator is the best way to settle this. Well, maybe if you can do that. We went back to our rooms soon after our meeting to rest and recharge for tomorrow's defensive battle. As I flopped down onto the bed, I found myself whispering under my breath.
Huh?
The real perpetrator. That's right, I have to find and catch the real culprits. That was the only way I could regain the trust of those 5 and convince them to help with the battles ahead. It was also the quickest way. It was absolutely right. And there's another good reason. I want to avenge Gaku. He'd never be able to rest in peace if I let the perpetrator get away. But how would I figure out who the real culprit was? Unlike Gaku, I didn't have a detective bone in my body. I had a lot to think about. However, the trip to and from Second to Last Defense Academy had depleted all my energy. I was swallowed by the darkness of sleep before I could even think about my options. Day 7. Honestly, I think that's where we're gonna have to end it for today. I got stuff I gotta do still.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine!
Yeah, we'll call it there. Get a little save going. But yeah, very interesting stream. Always fun when you get a new, like, tutorial pop up in a game that you've played for, at this point, well over 100 hours. But no, that's... Honestly, I'm very heartened by that. The locks. Because what that tells me is... Because the biggest concern I had about the 100 line, I really have had for the last several sessions now, is... I mean, peaking, really, with the... when we were just trudging through the comedy route. And my big concern was, okay, we have this game, we have all these different routes, these paths through it. Okay, that's cool. But so many of them are kind of almost deliberately unsatisfying. And I was just worried, like, okay, is this actually building to anything? Right? Certainly, there were mysteries you could piece together, like, okay, we do this route, we learn something here, we do this other route, we learn a different thing, and, you know, eventually maybe you can mosaic everything together and kind of get a picture in your own mind of what's going on. But it felt like we were never going to get that, like, full narrative cohesion and climax. just by the nature of the structure of it. But now that I know there's a meta structure to getting through the different timelines. Right? It's not just a full, like, okay, have fun, there's 100 different endings to get, good luck. There is a certain structure to it of like, okay, you get these endings, and then that unlocks this path, so you can get these endings, and that unlocks this path. So we are meta building towards something across timelines, which has me really excited. But anyways, we're going to have to be more excited about that next week, when we do our stream next week. I don't know what our whole stream schedule for next week is going to be. At least 100 line on Monday. That one's like almost certain, but I'm very busy this time of year right now, so may or may not get another stream in. Even if we do, I don't know what it's going to be. There's a few different options, but anyways, 100 line though. Definitely want to keep trucking on with that. It's getting interesting. But anyways, until next time. Oh, also, we don't have a Halloween stream, but there will be a Halloween video on the Let's Play channel in a couple days, basically, on Halloween. So keep an eye out for that. Fresh, new, straight for YouTube video content, never before streamed. So that should be fun too. But anyways, until next time, I've been CMeeCraft. I'll catch you next stream and/or video. Goodbye.